Hey, how's it going, guys? We're back out here working on the jack shaft. Got a couple of tacks on the plate. Did some measurements there. See the tacks on it? Got that exactly, that paper in there. But I would have altered the cover if I had to. This is pretty much as far back as I can go anyway. It gets near the tire. So this is going to be my chain adjustment for the rear. Hopefully we could take it up in that amount. If not, we'll have to buy some half links and work on it from there. I had to pull the rear stuff off after I tacked it. You don't want any of these molten pieces of metal flying all over anything. Even these, I had all this back off. As you guys saw, I don't know if I added or not, went to press the pin out. Okay, tool broke, threw it in the garbage. So I went ahead and, see, normally I just press them out. So this one I ground the swedge off the pin and pushed it through with a punch. And there's what we're going with. I am going with that thing. Calculations come up good. It should give me just the pull I need and a decent amount of speed. Even with the sprocket bent, it does pretty well. And as you know, that sprocket's got a big bend in it. So if that's short of a run, it's hard to spit the chain. You have to really have it off. But you can see when it comes around to that spot, it pushes it this way and you see it bind over there. It's pretty cool. And that's still with the jack shaft loose. So, but wait, there's more. This chain I'm not cutting until I have everything established. So I gotta match the clutches right now, and I still don't have bolts. So I got those all rigged. But that's basically what it's gonna look like. A little beautification. So I got it laying on top of there or the chain just falls off. I don't even know if it's all straight. It's hard to tell because the top chain lays to the side. I know none of these are tight. I think that's going to work out pretty well. Not much room for chain deflection on this one. So I think we're going to nip the stud when I figure out exactly what shim I need. I threw one washer in there for now. I think I'm going to nip it flush and machine it flat. I think it'll look nicer. But you got to paint them to get them to blend in. That's what you got to do. Seems going to be pretty cool. I wish I could spin it, but I can't. So I don't want to cut this chain. First of all, I'll mess the link. Second of all, I just don't want to cut it. So I like that. Once all said and done, I just like these to be sitting a little lower. But I don't want it to sit too low because I'm going to need room for adjustment later on. But I don't want it sticking up that high. So we'll determine what we're going to do with the links. Like right now, I slid this thing forward a little bit. I think there's a little tension on the chain. Yeah, chain's just right. It's still loose, but it's just right. So hopefully we wind up with enough tire clearance there. If not, we'll add a half a link on the other side. That can be more than enough, as you can see. Got plenty of adjustment forward. So there's a nice place to be right now with this, as I had so many different designs in my head. I think this one's the going to be the most reliable and the strongest when it's all said and done. So I think it's going to look pretty cool too. I mean, another way of doing it was to do this chain set up the way you see, with gears, and put the clutch on the shaft. But the only problem I saw with that is I thought that would have been pretty cool. But every time it's running, this thing is just like a meat grinder. This way, at least when I stop, it's not a meat grinder anymore. The other way, it would have been a constant meat grinder. Jack shaft and all. And that would have caused pain. So, but with that, I would also gear the two engines together. I made it technically, I've seen arguments about this, but I would have technically made it a 2-cylinder. So, that's it, guys. I'm calling it a night. So